Oh, Pyro, how you used to be a walking fiery nightmare for the dinosaurs. You had a flamethrower that dispensed flames blessed by Godzilla himself. Grenades with the power equivalent of that of the asteroids that wiped the dinosaurs off the face of the earth. And a chainsaw with an infinite amount of juice that can keep you going till the end of days. But sadly, you were nerfed. Your flamethrower only does reasonable damage, in fact enough to where it will annoy the dinosaurs to go back to a dead iguanodon body and refuel on health. I can't quite remember if they nerfed your grenades or not. I'm fairly certain they did. I have a good feeling they nerfed the grenades. And your chainsaw, while super deadly in close quarters combat, you could only keep it up for such a short period of time before it has to cool down, and it wastes your fuel simultaneously as well. I think it did that before, but again, I can't remember. In short, ladies and gentlemen, I kinda don't like playing as the Pyro. Either that or probably don't play as him enough to where I can be super rockin' with him. But overall, I think I'd much rather play as the other human classes like the Pathfinder, Commando, and the Trapper. But enough about the Pyro. What is up, everyone? Alien Dinosaur Hunter here, and forgive me for not talking about a little bit of the gameplay at first. As you can see at the very start, I'm getting spammed by my good buddy Jurassic. He's been bugging me to hop on this program called Mumble, which is a lot like Skype for video games, only it keeps the lag under control. I mean, most people should probably know what happens when you try and play an online game and run Skype at the same time. It can be lag city, especially on PC games, but Mumble does its best, as said, to keep the lag under control, and for that reason, I like it a lot. So for those reasons too, I'm not getting disconnected from, say, group chats or the game in which I'm trying to play. Also, in terms of quality, it's a lot like Skype, and in terms of how it works, it's not like Skype at all, to where you can add your friends and hit them up anytime during the day. There are specific servers you and your buddies gotta hop onto if you all want to talk to each other and play video games simultaneously. You can even make a server for just you and your buddies alone. But overall, I really like it. I've been using it a lot recently because, well, again, I've been playing Primal Carnage with a bunch of my buddies lately. But if I can ever get onto the topic of this video, I just want to say one more thing. Despite the little rant I made about the Pyro's grenades earlier, being unsure whether they were patched or not, and having a good sense of feeling that they were patched, I actually do grenade a lot of dinosaurs in this gameplay. You guys might find some of the grenade kills a little funny, and one more thing I want to tell you that happens in this gameplay is something very weird happens. I'm not going to give it away, but when we get there, trust me, it would be weird and unexplainable amongst all imaginations in the human mind. But now, finally moving on to the topic of this video, I wanted to talk about why is there not enough dinosaur games being made today? Now, I know my channel has been finding a ton of neat things to do when it comes to dinosaur games, and even finding some really neat dinosaur games to play as well. But my concern is, why aren't high-paid developers making high-budget dinosaur games? I mean, seriously, you'd think with all of the cool gameplay mechanics most games have been introducing, along with video game engines being pushed to do far and beyond than what they can do before, no one's ever thought, with all this cool stuff coming around the corner, we can make an awesome dinosaur video game off of this. I mean, seriously, before Primal Carnage, the last dinosaur video game I can recall that ever took advantage of the current gen things going on was Turok for the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. However, the only new thing that game really had to offer was the knife. The way you killed people with the knife in that game was absolutely sick. But other than that, everything else felt kinda bland, stereotypical for a shooter. But it was still a fun game, don't get me wrong. But like I'm trying to say here, it was probably the last dinosaur game I can recall that took advantage of everything that shooters had going for the time being. And then of course Primal Carnage came out, and when it came to playing as the human, sure, I guess some things weren't quite new, but what makes this game so great is it doesn't feel like the common shooter that we see nowadays. It doesn't feel like Battlefield, it doesn't feel like Call of Duty. God no, it doesn't feel like Call of Duty whatsoever. It doesn't feel like Team Fortress 2, albeit in terms of the concept, you could say this game is like Team Fortress 2 versus Left 4 Dead. But no, this game is played to how it's entitled, Primal Carnage. Primal Carnage plays like Primal Carnage. And on top of that, when you just look at this game as a whole, it's a human versus dinosaur multiplayer. It's like, how much more awesome could you get than that? You've got one team controlling a bunch of dinosaurs, another team controlling a bunch of humans, and when you're playing as humans, it's awesome being able to kill a player-controlled dinosaur, and when you're a dinosaur, it's awesome to kill a human-controlled, well, human. In short, that actually makes you feel like you're playing as a dinosaur. And that, my friends, is what makes Primal Carnage really awesome. But having said that though, me being a general gamer, I've played a lot of video games that have really sweet mechanics that I would honestly like to see incorporated into a dinosaur game. But before I continue on with that, this is the really weird moment I talked about earlier in the video. Just watch. How in the name of George Washington was that a suicide? I don't know, maybe some of you guys would know what happened, but honestly, when I had that first happen to me, I was all, what the hell? But like I was saying earlier, I was saying that I've been playing video games with mechanics I would absolutely love to see in a dinosaur game. Like, I want to see a dinosaur game with, like, you get into a chain of insta-kills. Like, one moment, your guy's stabbing a dinosaur, and then another dinosaur comes out of nowhere, and he pulls out a gun and shoots him in the face. And then maybe when you shoot him in the head, it makes a really nasty, satisfying sound, indicating a headshot with blood splattered all over the place. Maybe I would like another dinosaur gore fest similar to the older Turoks, like for the N64. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's stuff like that I would really like to see in a dinosaur game myself. Maybe there's more that I can't quite think of at the moment, but whatever other awesome features I've been seeing in video games, it would probably be another example to why aren't developers making good use of a mechanic like that for a dinosaur game. But I don't know. I guess people prefer just the same old human versus human shooter, and they probably don't take dinosaur games as seriously as I do, or most of you guys even. But all this is just the reason why I love Lukewarm even more. I mean, it's a small group of people and they are making awesome dinosaur video games. I mean, you have this game, the upcoming Primal Carnage Genesis, which everything I talked about in the video that game should have, like me wanting to see more modern mechanics in a dinosaur shooter. They said they were going to incorporate that into Genesis. Which, again though, that's another reason why to like them. Despite the smaller number of employees they have, they are trying to give everyone the dinosaur game that they want to see. But Genesis isn't out yet, and we might never know if it actually turns out to be the game they're promising, or it might quite frankly turn out to be a pile of crap. But from the way they've impressed us all with this multiplayer, it's almost reassuring that Genesis is gonna come out really great. But even then, like Lukewarm and Primal Carnage, they're the only ones trying to entertain the public with their dinosaur games. And when you look at some of the other dinosaur games out right now, like Orion Dino Horde and Dino D-Day, they're not that great when compared to Primal Carnage. Even a lot of people say that Primal Carnage is probably the best dinosaur game you can get your hands on today. And I've played Dino D-Day. Honestly, I didn't like it that much. I have yet to play Dino Horde. I'm aware of the atrocity that was Dino Beatdown, and I hear Dino Horde is kind of better. There's a free weekend going on Steam. I'm going to give that a shot here and there. But anyway, there you go guys, 16-5 as the Pyro. I probably would have been 17-4 if I didn't have that somewhat unexplainable suicide. But I'm not quite done with what I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to be switching over to some Commando gameplay, ironically on the same map. And where the hell did my crosshairs go? Oh well. Anyway, two more final statements I want to say. I mean, other than the awesomeness that Lukewarm has been giving us with Primal Carnage, I just want to say that I want to see a dinosaur game made by someone else, because let's be honest, dinosaur games are awesome. They feel different from all the other stuff developers are pushing out these days, and we still hold a lot of the greatest dinosaur gaming titles dear to our hearts, and we would like something new to come out that we can cherish, talk about, and spread the word to a lot of other gamers. I mean, Primal Carnage is like that right now, but honestly guys, what I'm about to tell you may shock you, but there's not that many people playing Primal Carnage as you think. In fact, the game is super underpopulated. Every time you hop on it, you're only likely to find 2 to 3 packed servers. And that is because to most people, the game got boring. I mean, 2 game modes, only a small amount of maps. A patch is supposed to be coming around sometime this year. Hopefully soon. The developers are hoping it's soon anyway. And that patch alone is going to be adding a lot of awesome new content, especially the addition of subclasses. Subclasses are, you know how you hit up or down arrows in the dinosaur spawn menus to change its skin? Well, they're going to be adding left and right arrows that will allow you to change dinosaur species. Now, when that patch comes, I'm definitely going to be doing videos where I play my very first match with these subclasses, which I have no idea what they are, to be completely honest with you guys. No one knows what they are. But we will find out once the patch comes. And when it does, you guys are probably going to have a lot of fun seeing Primal Carnage videos by me being spammed in your sub boxes. Also, along with this update, they're going to be releasing 2 new skins, one of which you gotta pay for, another which will be free along with the update. The skin you gotta pay for would be a brand new skin for the Pyro called Dino Buster, and hilarious reference to Ghostbusters. Oh, by the way, these 2 Rexes absolutely failed here. And a Raptor skin, which is coming free with the update. Here are the images to what both of them look like. Thankfully, I have enough Steam money left over to get the Dino Buster Pyro skin day 1. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing as him, and the Raptor skin just looks so sweet. It kind of looks like someone got the inspiration for this skin from the alternative Raptor skin from Warpath Jurassic Park. But nevertheless, I'm going to have a lot of fun playing as both skins. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this commentary. I hope you all could see my point. I mean, again, it's not like I'm asking developers to make more dinosaur games. Oh, by the way, that's a hilarious T-Rex ragdoll right there. Again, it's not like I'm saying I don't have much to work with on my YouTube channel. I have a ton to work with. I still have videos to kick off even. It's just, I would like to see more high-budget dinosaur games being put out there into the market, because I feel people aren't giving dinosaur games as much credit as they deserve, when in all due honesty, they have a lot more potential than anyone could ever imagine. In this day and age, really. But then there are those developers that are making dinosaur games to where they're making people think they have no potential. They're stupid. It's a waste of money, blah blah blah, and all that nonsense. But I guess till the day a famous development company actually does work on a high-budget dinosaur game of awesomeness, we'll continue having fun with the dinosaur games we have now. So I guess I can proudly say I'll be looking forward to be posting more Carnivores, Primal Carnage, and another dinosaur game Let's Play. Anyway, this is Alien Dinosaur Hunter, signing out.